Welcome everyone to Super User TV. I am your host, Cruz, and today's video I'm going to be doing a review on 3 Seidio cases for the HTC One X for AT&T. The one on the left is the Surface case, the one in the middle is the Convert, and the one on the right is the Active case. Basically what I'll be doing is a review, a demo, and information for each of the following cases. So let's go and get started. I'm going to begin with the Seidio Active case for the HTC One X. Now, the design and concept behind this case is actually being used for quite some time now by Seidio. So I feel like they've been perfecting it with time, especially by adding this little feature, the kickstand in the back. It's pretty much the norm now, especially on these new generation smartphones. Alright, so like all active cases, it's a two-part case. First one being the silicone base with the exoskeleton, making this installation process quite simple, especially the first part with the silicone base. Literally just slide into place and lift over to the front. Quite simple. In the back you have indentions, which you'll notice will be used for the exoskeleton to snap into place. The first couple times being used, you might come into some hard corners here and there, but with time it's actually a process that gets a lot simpler. Now, as you can see, just a quick overview of the case while on the device. Things to note is the silicone coming over to the front. It's not that much when you actually consider the thickness is actually 2.2 millimeters of added thickness with this device, but you still have full real estate of the screen, as you can tell here. And in the back you can see this nice glossy finish with the colors, again multiple colors available. Now you have the cutouts. As you can see, you have full functionality of the camera and the flash, and of course the bottom speaker. Cutouts seem to be dead on. At the bottom you have the perfect cutout for the microphone, and on the right side you have a covered physical button for your volume rocker covered by silicone. Okay. On the other side you're going to have a really good cutout for your charging port, which I had no troubles with, and on top of course you have your 3.5 millimeter headphone jack with a covered physical button. Lastly, we have the kickstand, a very nice little feature to have. Just snap open and you're ready to go. A feature that I definitely recommend using while in landscape mode to get the most functionality out of it. Now, if you buy the combo case, it does come with a holster, as you can tell here. Very easy to snap on and put into place. It looks really good, and the clip in the back is actually 180-degree turning, so as you can tell, you can pretty much wear it on any side that you wish. And again, it adds full protection to your screen. Now, the case itself, it adds a great protection, covering all four corners with the exoskeleton and the silicone base. And again, all the cutouts are perfectly aligned. And that's pretty much it, guys. This is everything you got to know for the Active case by Seidio. And here we have the Seidio Surface case, a two-piece case, hard shell, that adds great protection to your device, as well as keeping the profile very sleek. Now, with this case, there's different options that you can get. You can get with or without the holster, and with and without a kickstand. So you have great options, and also you have great color selection as well. With this being a two-part case, the installation process is actually quite simple. After pulling both of them apart, slide in the device with the top first and then the bottom, and there's a small subtle locking mechanism that will click to hold it steady. As you can see, it's a tight fit, and the case itself looks really good. Here I'm going to give you a closer look of the case design as far as coming over the edges onto the front of the screen, okay? As you can see, it looks really good, and the thickness added on this case is really not that much, which is always a great plus. Alright guys, so here I have the cutouts. As you can see, the camera and the flash are full functionality, great cutouts. Here at the bottom you have the cutout for the speaker, and just like the Active case, they look like to be spot on. Here you have the microphone cutout. On the left hand side you have a cutout great for the charging port, which gives good access to the charging cables. Top you have your 3.5 headphone jack, cancellation mic, and then here a little different, covered power button and a covered volume button. Something definitely to get used to. At first I was kind of hesitant because I figured that it might be kind of hard to push down, but it actually quite simple, quite nice. So with this being a hard shell casing, this actually gives a great layer of protection to your device, protecting against everyday usage. And also the colors and just the look and the design of the case looks very sleek. Also, with the many options as you have, colors, holster, and kickstand, this is definitely a case to consider. Lastly, we have the Seidio Convert case. It's pretty much a special case for maximum protection. Okay, so basically what this is a three-part case. First one being a standard surface case, which I showed you a little bit earlier, and then this one's going to be enclosed with a much larger active case. Okay, so you're going to have a silicone base covering finished off with an exoskeleton. And then lastly, with the whole combo, it comes with a holster and a screen protector. So pretty much you got the full package, maximum protection for your device with the Convert case. Now guys, the installation process on this case is a tad bit difficult. First part is actually a standard surface case. So simply take off the top or the bottom, slide in your device, slide in the other half, and the locking mechanism would actually do everything for you. The second part is going to be the silicone base. Simply slide it in at any corner. Might be a little bit difficult due to the material, however, just flip it over till you get it to fit perfectly. Now in the back, just like the active case, this has indentions to where the exoskeleton will fit into place. Lastly, hook on the exoskeleton to each of the corners, and at the end of the this part is actually a little bit difficult due to the silicone, but afterwards you're going to have pretty much the fortress of maximum protection for your device. 3 layers, great protection. And that's pretty much the Convert case here. Here's a quick overview of the case, of the device inside the case, so you can see the added thickness and overall protection. Now here I'm going to give you a closer look of the thickness and the screen with the Convert case. Now as you can see, there is added thickness even in the front where it comes over the screen. However, you do have phone functionality, but it does create a barrier between you and surfaces. A nice little feature if you want to think of it that way. Now, with the Convert case in your hand, this actually does great for grip, and it's actually extremely easy to hold due to the added thickness and all the layers of cases that's on your device. And then you have, of course, the ports. Okay, here you have, this is kind of special. The camera and the flash are actually covered with a silicone flap, which has a little indentation to where it can stick. It's not as easy as you can see to get it to work. However, these ports being covered is definitely something that can live without. However, with this kind of maximum protection, this is something, it's actually, that's what you're looking for pretty much. So that's there. Now the cutout for the speaker, it's perfect even though with all the layers, and of course the microphone is cut out as well. On the right and the left, it's actually going to be fully covered. You have a flap here for your charging port. Definitely easy to access even though with all the added protection. At the top you have, of course, the flap for your headphone jack, and there's the cutout there for your microphone. Again, power button is actually covered. Now there is a lot of layers protecting it, so it's going to be kind of difficult to push on and off, but if you give it some force, it'll do the job. Same thing goes for the volume rocker. Multiple layers of protection, so don't be afraid to push down to get it functioning. Alright guys, so this case is what it is. It's like Fort Knox for your device. It has multiple layers of protection, and pretty much all your ports are covered with silicone, especially even the camera and flash. Definitely something you won't see on many cases. Now this case, like I said before, comes with this custom holster that fits this giant case. Okay, as you can see, it's a standard holster, looks really good with your clip, 180 turn. And now this is the special part. It has an unlocking and locking mechanism for your unlatch. Okay, this helps prevent from unlatching accidental unlatches. With unlocking and locking, as you can see, very simple and definitely great for those who work in hard work conditions, constructions, even police officers or anything of that nature. Very nice, simple but nice addition to this case. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's everything you need to know about the Convert case and its protection. If you guys have any questions or comments about any of the cases you saw today, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys until next time.